So what on earth is going on with the crooked Katie Hobbs? Things have gotten even more ridiculous and frankly mysterious with this utterly corrupt and degraded Arizona governor as the Republicans have taken over power. We're going to see the latest bombshell with this fraud governor and what it all means for our politics as a whole moving forward. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you think better so you can feel better in these crazy, turbulent, insane, nutty times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. So it's now being widely reported that Katie Hobbs, the former Secretary of State of Arizona, now turned fraud governor after putting herself in charge of counting her opponent's votes, she's officially stepped down as governor. It is being reported as a temporary disappearance on Hobbs' part, and no reason has been given for the departure or even how long her leave of absence will be. It's extremely bizarre and mysterious. In her place, a Republican, Arizona Treasurer Kimberly Yee, has taken over as acting governor. And again, you can see how the legacy media continues to shill as propagandists for Democrats in power. Reports are coming out that Yee's assuming gubernatorial power, quote, for just a few hours. That's it. There's nothing to see here, folks. Move on, move on. Katie Hobbs has stepped down now apparently for just a few hours. Really, for how long exactly is she stepping down? Well, we don't know. We don't have the information is on an as-needed basis. Oh, so you don't know for how long, but you just told us it was for a few hours. And why is she stepping down? I told you we don't know. Move on, you racist insurrectionists. So Yee made the announcement via Twitter, and interestingly enough, already Yee, this acting now Republican governor of Arizona, she's already making some waves. She's actually banned two of Hobbs' appointees from official government meetings, refusing to acknowledge any legitimate authority on their part. It's actually fascinating. The incident involves two executive deputy directors, and Yee, who's now acting governor, is basically refusing to recognize their authority, that they have any authority in the Arizona government. So she banned them from an official government meeting. Now, for her part, as background here, Hobbs has been running into one roadblock after another with the Republican-dominated legislature in Arizona in terms of getting her radical leftist appointees confirmed. And Yee is just continuing to extend that much-deserved obstruction. The Hobbs governorship at this point has been an abject disaster, as we all knew it would be. She's just basically consigned herself to becoming the veto governor. She's vetoed more bills than any Arizona governor in their state's history. Again, Arizona's dominated by a Republican legislature, and so Hobbs has just been she's reduced herself to a total obstructionist at this point. She's an obstructionist with the border security. She's an obstructionist with banning CRT in the classroom. She's just an obstructionist at this point. But all of this, of course, begs the question, what are you doing about this? Are you ready to stand up and join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We've punished Bud Light and Target. We've driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy. We've forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG. We've even seen our glorious Trump-appointed Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click on that link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today. What's really going on here is that Katie Hobbs stepping down has only served to delegitimize her already suspect tenure as governor. And she only has herself to blame for that. If the very process by which Hobbs assumed office was suspect, then her entire legitimacy of tenure is tainted. She herself, in refusing to recuse herself from overseeing the 2022 election as Secretary of State, thereby placing herself in charge of counting her opponent's votes, Hobbs has inescapably undermined the total legitimacy of her administration. And again, this isn't rocket science. Anyone could have told her that this was going to happen. And that's because the stability of any government rests on a concept that sociologist Max Weber referred to as legitimation. So for Weber, the only way a government can flourish, apart from just sheer totalitarianism, the only way a government long-term can flourish is if it convinces the masses that it's worthy of their trust, that officials govern on behalf of the general welfare, that the powers that be are genuinely concerned about the public good and the good of the people. The moment the government is seen as corrupt and fraudulent and protective of the interests of the rich and the powerful and the elite, that government goes through a process known as delegitimation, and the stability of the government begins to falter. Now, all you have to do is just ask the Soviet Union or the Berlin Wall, what happens when enough people see the government as incurably corrupt? What's happening today is that delegitimation is spiraling out of control. Every single poll out there has shown an absolute implosion in trust in all our public institutions, government, military, police, banks, schools, universities, across the board. Americans in larger numbers than ever do not trust our public institutions. And that distrust, that delegitimation, is spinning out of control. The media can't control it. Politicians can't control it. Courts can't control it. Indictments can't control it. And it's not just here. We're seeing it happen in Europe as well. There is a massive populist uprising on both the left and the right that's ready to throw this entire permanent political class overboard. Katie Hobbs stepping down without explanation, without any hint as to why. You peasants don't need to know, right? And you don't need to know for how long either. You don't need to know anything about it. It only serves to further delegitimize our government institutions. And again, given that Hobbs came to power under such strange and suspicious circumstances, in the end, she only has herself to blame.